So now we are going to see what percentages are. Percentages are special fractions with denominator 100. So whenever you see a denominator of 100, then we say that that numerator is that numerator percentage. For instance, 50 out of 100 is nothing but 50 percentage. This symbol is that of percent. Cent means 100. So percent or percentage means per 100. So what out of 100? For instance, if I say 83 percentage, so it is as if it is 83 out of 100. So even if it were to be 830 out of 1000, if I cancel these zeros again, we get 83 out of 100, and that is represented by 83 percentage. So now let us see how can we convert the fractions or numbers into percentages. So now let's see converting these fractions or numbers into percentages. In order to convert anything into percentage, we multiply 100 and then we put the symbol of percentage. Now let me explain what is the meaning of this. 100 percentage is nothing but 100, and percent means per 100. So it is 100 percentage means 100 out of 100, and we know 100 out of 100 is nothing but 1 out of 1, and which is nothing but 1. So in other words, we are going to multiply 1, and multiplying or dividing 1 will make no big difference or no difference whatsoever. So if I multiply 100 percentage, it is not going to change that number, but that number will be represented in a percentage manner. So let us see how can we represent 1 upon 2 as a percentage. So 1 upon 2 is to be multiplied by 100 percentage, and as we saw, 100 percentage is nothing but 1. So we are actually multiplying a 1. Okay, so we can cancel this now. 2 ones are 2 and 2 50s are 100. So this can be written as 50 percentage. The other way to do the same sum is we shall multiply this 1 upon 2 by 100 upon 100. Remember, if I cancel this 100 and this 100, we again get this 1 upon 2. So why are we multiplying and dividing 100? So that if I rewrite this lower 100, the 100 in the denominator, as it is over here without changing it. So I just write this 100 as it is. And if I only cancel and multiply and divide the other numbers, the remaining numbers, we get 2 ones are 2, 2 50s are 100, and then 1 multiplied by 50 is 50. So it is nothing but 50 out of 100. And we know 50 out of 100 is 50 percentage. So in this way, 1 upon 2 can be represented as 50 percentage. And that's also very true. Suppose if we have a bar which is of length 1, and if I divide it into 2 equal parts, this is the first half of the 2 equal parts, then this is actually 50%, and the remaining half is also 50%, and 50% and 50% is 100%. So that is the meaning of 50%. So let us take another example. How can we represent 3 upon 8 as a percentage? So what are we going to do is we are going to multiply this 3 upon 8 by 100, but remember to put this percentage sign, or you can just divide it by 100 also, and then let that denominator 100 remain as it is. So let's cancel whatever is possible. 2 4s are 8, 2 50s are 100, 2 2s are 4, 2 25s are 50. Now it doesn't cancel further, so we can rewrite this as 3 multiplied by 25, which is 75, upon this 2 percentage. And if you want a decimal representation of this, we can just divide this in the corner. So 2 3s are 6, 1 and 5 brought down. 2 sevens are 14, 1, and then we can put 1 decimal point and 1 0 at one time. So 2 5s are 10. So we have 37.5 or 37.5%. So 3 upon 8 is 37.5%. Let's deal with the next sum. What is 0.16 in terms of percentage? So again, we shall multiply this number by 100%. And as we have studied in the previous sections, that in order to multiply any number by 100, we shift this decimal place. Since there are two zeros, we shift this decimal place 2 places to the right. So this point will be shifted from here one place and another one place. So this will become like 0.16, and then we have a point and this many percentages. Of course, we can ignore this 0 in the beginning, and we can ignore this decimal point also. So this is nothing but 16%. So remember, 0.16 is nothing but 16%. In the very same manner, 0.28 will be nothing but 28%. And 0.40 will be 40%. And 0.50 will be 50%. And 0.05 will be actually only 5%. So you should always look at these two decimal places after the decimal point. In fact, if you know the decimal rules, we can ignore this 0 actually. So 0.40 is nothing but 0.4, and 0.50 is nothing but 0.5. So 0.4 is also 40%, and 0.5, which is like half, is 50%. So if you can keep all these things in your mind, it would be very, very useful to you. Let us convert 4 in terms of percentage. So it's as simple as that. We need to multiply this by 100 and write this percentage symbol. And 4 multiplied by 100 is 400%. So what is the meaning of this? It means that if I increase the price of anything 4 times, suppose if the original price was 100, and if I increase the price 4 times, means I've increased the price by 400 rupees, the new price shall become 500. So in other words, I'm increasing the price 4 times. That means I'm increasing the price 400%. So 400% does not mean I'm increasing the price 400 times. It's only 4 times. However, 4 times is also a very big number, but it is at least not 400 times. Because as soon as you write this percentage, it simply becomes 400 upon 100, and the zeros cancel, and it is 4 times. So many a times we get confused when we hear in the newspapers, or so read in the newspapers and hear on the TV, that the prices have increased 350 times, or 350%. So 350% is actually 3.5 times. Okay. Then one more sum, 5.5. So let us convert 5.5 as a percentage. So first of all, we can convert this mixed fraction into an improper fraction. So 5 twos is 10, and 10 plus 1 is 11. So this can be written as 11 upon 2. And now let us convert this 11 upon 2 as a percentage. So we can multiply 100% to 11 upon 2. So we have 2 ones are 2, 2 5s are 10, 0 as it is. So 11 into 5 is 55, 0 as it is. So 550%. So 5.5 is nothing but 550%. So let us say that this entire circle is 100%. 100%. Then this part of the circle, this much part of the circle, the 1/4 part of the circle will be equal to 25%. And the next 1/4 part will be 25%. And this remaining 50% of the part, half part will be 50%. But now let us say that this circle is actually equal to the number, let's say 600. So in percentages, we are going to see that if this entire circle is 600, what is this portion equal to? What is this 25% corresponds to? So it is 1/4 of that 600, isn't it? So the 1/4 of 600 is the half of 600, 300, and half of 300 is 150. So this 1/4 will correspond to 150. This 1/4 will also correspond to 150. And this remaining 50%, the remaining half portion, will correspond to 300. So in percentages, we are going to see how to convert numbers into percentages and how to convert percentages into numbers. I hope to see you in the next lecture. Thank you for watching.